Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. We're welcome. Welcome. We'll get started shortly here. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Kawisi, welcome. We'll get started shortly. This evening is a Q&A. Q&A. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. This evening Q&A. Q&A. Hey, Charity, welcome, Charity, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Q&A this evening, Q&A. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Stella, welcome. Welcome, Stella. Welcome. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. As you know, this evening is Q&A. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So any topics you guys want to talk about, any trades, anything about the markets, the systems, anything at all? Any questions you guys have? Do you guys have any questions as we open up, guys? Anything you want to take a look at this evening? Anything at all? All right, just stop me, guys, if you have any questions. All right, we're watching Bitcoin this evening, and it's back at Bitcoin had went to a little over 21,000, so now it's at 28,000. I'm sorry, 20,800 and change. So we're watching it. It looks like it could break 20,000 again. All right, so let's take a look at that. Let's move it to a smaller time frame. Let's see here. So this is a daily time frame on Bitcoin, and what we are watching, and we'll be watching this closely this week. We are watching, looking for redistribution right at the bottom here. I know it's hard to see, but let's see here. Okay, so here we've got, hold on. Okay, Kawisi, can you guys see my chart? Hold on, let me make sure here. Okay, here. All right, so you guys should see it now. All right.
Yes, I see it.
You see it. Okay. So we are watching this area right here, guys. We have within the markdown phase. So here's our sell short signal. All right. And we're on the daily time frame. And as you guys know, red candles. So markdown phase. All right, markdown phase, red candles. And we're watching this area here. So this purple line, that's resistance. And then we've got support right here within the markdown phase. So what we're looking for is a break of this support right here for Bitcoin to move lower. So we kind of caught between support and resistance right here, current support and resistance. So it's heading towards that support area, right? And right now we are rooting for Bitcoin to go lower, all right? And perhaps sometime in the future, we might get an opportunity to get in. Let's see here. All right, so support right now, we know we've got support at 20,000. Hey, Gerald, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. We know we've got support at 20 and where it is right now. And then we've got support again at 10,000. All right. But right now in that markdown phase, currently, right, for redistribution, we need to get at about 19,000. Hey, Gerald, welcome. Right about 19,500. Okay, so that's redistribution. Okay, so we'll be watching this. Right now we're at 20,008. All right. Okay, so we'll watch that closely. So about 19,500. And I want you guys to kind of pay attention to this. So so that you see how the price action works. Hey, Zaire. All right. So when it breaks, when it gets through 19,500, all right, just kind of pay attention. You guys should see sellers just really jump in, right? Kind of like here when it broke here. sellers really jumped in when it broke here, right? Here was support right here. Sellers really jumped in. So that's what we want to see right now. We want to see if it can break that 19.5 support. Again, this is redistribution, and we want to see more sellers come in, jumping again to push the price lower. All right, so we could probably get if it can break that support this week, we could see Bitcoin get to perhaps about 15,000 is what we would like to see. 15,000, perhaps consolidate a bit there and then make it down to 10,000. All right, it doesn't go in a straight line, you know. So it's gonna drop. It's gonna make another leg down like this. See here. Any questions? You guys have any questions on this? So right here, make another leg down, consolidate, make another leg down, consolidate, and then make another leg down is what we're looking for. All right, so. We shouldn't have anyone in Bitcoin. All right. Zaire, how did your trade work out with the spiders?
It did not work out well, David, so I came out.
You got out?
Yeah, because I kind of over anticipated it, but it's like pulled back on me. So I just got out.
Okay, let's take a quick look here. Okay. All right. You were looking to get in this morning, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, it didn't do much. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that it's still in the markdown phase. I just wanted that little pullback, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's not, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Markets, I'm looking at the VIX here, and it's just continuing to go down here with the VIX. All right. So another red candle today. All right, right here. So this was Friday, and then this is today. So it's continuing, kind of like here, continuing to go lower. All right. So that is very bullish. That is very bullish. Anyone in Forex? Anyone in trading any of the pairs? Anyone in any of the pairs?
I'm not, David, but I'm looking. I was looking at the Great Britain CAD and the USD CAD. I was looking on those.
Okay, the USD CAD. Okay, dollar CAD. You're looking to go short?
Yes, if it breaks below that point there, I'm probably gonna get a little bit.
Okay, USD. On what time frame?
240.
240. Okay. Let's see, where is that? Dollar CAD, dollar CAD, dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD is at 21. So 21.26. So right here, 21.26. So it's just starting to break out. All right. So yeah, if you can get past the support right here, you have a sell short signal. All right. And we don't have any the only move that's happening right now in Forex is the Swiss, and I don't really like that moves, you know, but guess what? It could really turn out to be a really good trade. But I'll show you guys what's setting up there. If you guys want to take positions on the 30-minute, you can. All right, we'll go through that. But this is a good setup here, Zaire. All right, so it failed. All right, it failed resistance. This is on the 240. All right, to go short, so it failed. Right, failed to move higher. We've got pretty good resistance right here now because it failed. All right, we can even bring this down a bit here. All right, so pretty good resistance. This wet failed before, right? Failed again. All right, and now sellers are coming in. So you could get a move, right? You can get a move. Now the dollar index, is right here. So keep that in mind. All right, so it's still holding above this on the monthly time frame. So it's still holding above resistance, but you know what? I mean, it can pull back a bit, pull back, and get you a decent trade, right? So it's done it before, and it might do this. There's support. We got pretty good support right here. All right, so you could get a decent trade here. Okay. You've got some resistance in this area here. All right, this cluster here, support rather. So you'll have to get past this, but yeah, you could get a decent trade here. And that's dollar CAD, and and your timing is perfect, right? It's right at 21, so it's not in the 40s or 50s. It's still very close to the buy signal. All right. So let's see here. And then right here, if you guys look right here, we've got the dollar pairs moving down. So right here, the whole group, right? The whole group is moving to the downside. All right, we have one pair that's up right here. All right, here is a new down. It's always good to see when you guys see the new down. So that means we got new selling coming in to push the pairs lower down. And then here is yours right here, Zaire. Okay, dollar CAD. So the trend on the dollar pairs are down. So if you guys wanted to, you know, just be careful, all right? Just be careful. We don't have, you know, like I said, the leaders right now is the Swiss, really the Swiss. USD TRY is also Euro TRY. So we're not going to call any big rotation. We don't consider this a big rotation here, or even a rotation. All right, but you can get opportunities. The other one was pound CAD. So dollar CAD and then pound CAD. Let's take a look at pound CAD. It should look similar. 1 second here. All right, pound CAD. Pound CAD. Let's see, pound CAD. Oh, very different. I don't like this one as much, Zaire. Let's see here. All right, so very choppy, very, very choppy. All right, you do have a sell short signal right here. All right, You have some support right here. Let's take a look at a longer time frame. You see that, Zaire?
Yeah, David, I see it.
Just choppy.
Yeah, so the US CAD it'd probably be a better opportunity, right?
Yeah, the dollar CAD. Yeah, the dollar CAD. There it is right here. So dollar CAD, you can see here, right? Nothing is really, you've got a bit of consolidation in here, but I mean, it failed. We got a clear failed of a breakout here. All right, and sellers are coming, and look here, we could get a move like this. Okay. On pound CAD, it's very, very choppy. Now, this is what's nice here, though, is that you've got a perfect sell short signal, right? A perfect sell short signal. I mean, you could take the trade. Let's see here.
Hey, David, can you hear me?
Yes, Gerald.
Yeah, a lot of the CADs, anything that was paired with a CAD over the last 24 hours was going short with sell short signals.
They're going short. So we should have, so something is going on with the CAD. All right, so something is going on with the CAD, kind of like with the Swiss too. Thanks, Gerald. So what is nice about this is that you do have, it is setting up. So here you've got support here. All right, you've got support right here, and now you've got a sell short signal right here. Perfect sell short signal right on the break of support, right? So right here, you do have a path, right? So nice support. You got a nice triangle, right? So you've got lower highs right here, lower highs. Price is being squeezed. Okay, so price is being squeezed, right? Like here. And that's always a good sign, right? That's always a good sign. Sell short signal. All right, so you might get that. I want to take a quick look at the weekly. We can do that in Forex dominator, pound CAD right here. All right, on the weekly. All right, so on the weekly time frame, and look at this here. The pound pairs are breaking down. They're breaking down here, all going down. Here is this on the weekly time frame now. So broke support Zaire right here, broke support on the weekly. All right, broke support on the weekly. So I would keep a chart of the weekly. All right. And here was your sell short signal, and it's been going down, right? And then you've got a new candle right here. That's this week right here. So you could get a move down. It's gotten out of this consolidation right here on the weekly. All right, so yeah, that might be a that's an we don't have a lot of opportunities right now. So if you can find some isolated opportunities, go for it, but be careful, tread lightly. All right, while we wait for the next rotation. Let's see here. So Gerald, you were saying that the CAD pairs are moving short. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, all of them except the yen, CAD yen, but Everything else is moving short with sell short signals.
Oh, okay. So we looked at dollar CAD. Let's see Euro CAD. Euro CAD is right here. Okay, Euro CAD. Oh, that's a bit messy here. On the 240. It looks like a lot of these, you guys, if you trade them, you basically trading between support and resistance. Okay. But that doesn't mean you can't get a decent trade. So here, these are good trades if you time them right. So here is support, here is support, here, I mean resistance, here resistance, 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 here support, support, support. So short candle here, right? Sell short right here. And you could take it back down to support down in here. All right, if they continue to move lower. All right, so that's basically what's setting up with the CAD pairs. So just have to be creative right now. Let's see. So Euro CAD, and then we looked at pound CAD. All right. New Zealand CAD. So the Kiwi CAD. Sell short signal. This one is really, this one is scary here because it's a sell short signal near, I mean, deep in the markdown phase. All right, so right here. Gerald, are you trading these also? Any of the CAD?
No, I tested a few of those 30 minutes and it pulled back almost immediately. So
Yeah.
it's continued to consolidate all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys trade these, just be careful. All right,
And
so go ahead.
And I just saw the pattern of everything that was paired with the CAD was in the sell signal.
Yeah.
So I noticed that.
Yeah, so yeah, they've all given sell short signal. So there is definitely a move. Trying to make a move to the downside. I mean, these are good setups, right? I mean, they're not bad, right? They're not bad setups. What I like to see, so these exotic pairs, we call them, you know, the exotic pairs, right? You'll find that the money really, you know, they will move, but they don't move like these pairs here, like the Aussie pairs, right? The Aussie, the New Zealand, the yen pairs, the dollar, the euro. Those are the rotations, right? Those are the rotations we want to see, right? So right now we're seeing move in the Swiss, and the CAD is definitely setting up. Hey Tracy, welcome.
Hey, David.
Hello. These are isolated moves, and that doesn't mean you can't do, you know, they can't break out, but these the major groups is what we want to see. But definitely something is happening here. If this is pretty good support here, all right, but what could happen, because it's deep in the markdown phase, you guys can see that, right? It's all the way down here at the bottom of your chart here. All right, and it's let me show you guys here. So here is, it's, you know, here is support, here it's holding support. All right, so we could get buyers come in and really move the price back higher. I mean, it's, you know, but who knows, right? Let's see here. It's failed. It failed a couple of times to go lower. All right. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want to take a look at? Anything else?
David, so you are, I'm really looking at the US CAD. So I'm thinking, do you think once it breaks that support, probably be a good time to get in?
Let's go back. The dollar
CAD.
CAD. Yeah, I think out of all of the CAD pairs, this one looks the best. All right. Simply because you've got a lot of the dollar pairs, right, that are down. All right. We only have one that's up, right? And in addition to that, we've got it failed, right? This is huge that it failed to break, right, to move higher. This is pretty good resistance, and it held. This resistance held. Price couldn't move higher. All right. So we are basically in this area right here, right? So we can, yeah, you could get, I would, Zaire, we know we've got a sell short signal here on the 240. I would do a 30-minute. So let's do that. USD CAD. And then just time your entry on the 30-minute. Okay. Hold on. That's 30-minute. And then this is 240 here. All right, so here we've got so it's the dollar CAD. Let's remove the look at this. Oh, look at this. Just really nice trading. Guys, when you see a chart like this, all right, where you've got really clean trading, that's really good, right? So you've got clean sell short signals that worked out, right? Clean buy signals that worked out. That means your trends, you got really good trends happening. All right, not that it will continue forever, but that's usually really, really good. So you've got out of, so let's start from, we'll start from here. We had one trade here, right? Another trade here, all right? Another long. So this was a bit choppy in here, but look at this, nice in here, nice in here. So hopefully we'll get another nice trade down here. It's not always a guarantee, but it's usually a good way to tell that you've got nice swings, right? But for right now, we'll remove the buy signal. So we'll remove the buy. And then here, we'll also remove the buy. So Zaire, set up, I would set up your 240 and your 30 side by side, and turn off your buys. All right. And now what you're waiting for, just wait for a sell short signal on your 30-minute. Okay. We don't need this RSI here. So right now you don't have a sell short signal. This was the previous sell short signal. All right, but you've got a sell short signal here on the 240. I would just wait, right? And you might get that if it breaks this support overnight, You might have to wait up for this, right? I wouldn't get in now, right? You needed to break support, right? And then wait for the system to give you a sell short signal, all right? And then you might get, right? If it breaks here, it's gonna break this support here, right? And you might get another move down like this. All right, so that's what I would do. All
Okay,
right.
thank you, David.
You're welcome. So set up a 30 and a 240. Kawisi, hey, you got a question? Kawisi, did you have a question for me? Yo. Okay. Just let me know if you have a question. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? This is a good setup. So if you guys are looking for a trade, now what you could do, time it, right? Time it on the 30-minute, all right? And then really watch it. Okay, you might be able to stay with it on the 240. All right. Now keep in mind, on the 240, we really like the 240 when we've got a rotation, right? And we've got things moving the right way. All right. So just be careful. Just be careful right now. All
Hey,
right.
David, if I can add one more thing to that, what you just said,
Uh-huh.
on that 30-minute window that you had on there,
Yes.
if you look at other pairs, you have sell short signals in the 30-minute window,
Mm-hmm.
but they only consolidated even after the sell short. They very minimal movement on other pairs,
in
in
other
the 30
periods.
minute
Oh,
in the
okay.
30-minute window. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Keep in mind that we are consolidating, guys. All right. Okay. Okay. So can we see XAU, the metals? Okay, we'll take a look at that. All right, we'll take a look at that. Keep in mind that we are consolidating. All right. Right now we're at 29 out of the 58 pairs. Okay, so 29 out of the 58 pairs are above 20, right? And I wouldn't even count these pairs here. So I would even count right here. I mean, we don't have, so basically euro. So from here, basically 12 guys, 12 pairs, 12, only 12 right here. 12 pairs right here. Out of 58 pairs that we track, only 12 are really trending. Hey, Taj, welcome. All right, and we have to pay attention to this. All right. So I know, some of these moves are setting up in CAD, right? But they could fail because, we don't have any of the CAD pairs, right, in here. This is what's trending right now. Okay, out of 58 pairs. So you're gonna get knocked around, right? All of these here, even they're above 20, but they're early 20, 21, 20. They're just now breaking out. Kind of like, looks a lot like your dollar CAD pair, Zaire. Okay, so we have to be very, very careful. All right, we have to be very, very careful. Not that those that couldn't turn into a move. But what we like to see is we like to see those pairs firing off, firing off. That's how we know we've got a rotation. And you guys have seen you guys have seen it where in a day, 2 days, we'll have buy signals in a whole group, and we're just getting signals, right? And we get volatility comes in, and then we see breakouts of resistance, nice solid breakout of resistance, and within a few days we are nicely in the markup phase. We don't have that right now. All right, so if you're going to trade, right, trade on the smaller time frame, reduce your capital, your size, your lot size, right? Don't take several trades, take one trade. And you can use this time, if you trade, you can use this time to do a small amount, just practice. Real money, use real money, but just practice. But understand that we right now the Forex is consolidating. All right, Forex is consolidating. Even if we look right here, so this is here, New Zealand, Swiss. If you look here, and you guys will find this with a lot of the peers. Right here, see right here that's a 240. Look at that, hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, we're still waiting for the next rotation. We are still waiting. All right. Could we see?
David.
Let's take a look at. Yes.
I'm sorry about that earlier.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
And I know we don't. You never bring up metals, but because I've been receiving some like coaching, and the person that's coaching me, he only looks at metals. I've been following this one for at least like 3 weeks, and just watching it every day on my computer. And I've seen it. This is like the lowest it's been in 3 weeks. So I wanted to see what, if anything, your system might say.
Okay. Well, it's not that we don't follow the metals. There's just nothing there. Crude, we've been following crude, right? There's been a lot of action in crude. There hasn't been a lot of movement in the metals. They haven't been coming up in stock boss, right? Heat seeker for stock boss, and then bull master. And if they were buying metals, they would show up here, right? So, but let's take a look at it. All right, let's take a look at it. And even with metals, we like to trade. We want to see, and then we would see it also here. Can we see? So we would see it here in the futures market that they're buying metals also. All right. So all the commodities, right? We'll see when I say when they're buying it, I mean the institutions, right? The big institutions. We'll see it here in the futures market. We'll see it. We'll see moves here in the equity markets. We'll actually see moves here too in ETFs if they were buying metals. Okay. So right now, like right here, ETFs, they're buying right here pharmaceuticals, right? Bio, right? Healthcare, we talked about healthcare, pharmaceutical. So so that will always give us clues as to what they're buying. But we'll take a look at it and see XAE, XAE.
XAU. I think it's gold.
Yeah, XAU. All right, XAU. XAU. XAU.
Correct. Correct.
XA.
XAU USD, I think, is what
Oh, okay.
XAU USD should be gold.
Yeah, we don't have that on the platform.
I won't bring it up again.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we don't have it on the platform. Yeah. But if you can look here, let's see here. Oh, we can look precious metals. We can look here, and this will give you a good idea. So gold, GLD, and silver. And I just know that they haven't done well. All right, so let's do GLD. So if you look here, were you looking to go long or short?
Yes.
Long. Okay, so this is gold here, right? So this is gold. This is on a daily time frame. So it's in the markdown phase, all red candles, all right? And gold traders have had a difficult time, right? I think gold right now is around 18,000, okay? So, and then silver is holding a bit better. I think silver is at $21. Let's take a look at the chart. So there you can go long on this. Silver, SLV is silver. Same thing here, markdown phase. So just as I thought, nothing really to go. Now, I know that XAU, that's a currency pair. Okay, but it should look very similar to this. All right, so I would just hold off for now. Where did you find that? Where did you find that pick?
That's the only thing he trades, and I've been and I'm not in any way trying to make you jealous. You're still the best coach I've come across, but he's been taking me.
Thank you, Kawisi.
Oh, oh my God, you're the best thing ever. But no, he's decided to kind of take me under his wing each week on Tuesday and kind of, not only help me set up the system, but, kind of, show me the charts and the setup and all that. But anyway,
okay.
That's the only thing he looks at is XAU USD.
Okay, so I would find out what the time frame. So find out the time frame. That's important, right? So find out what time frame, because this on the daily time frame, he might trade it on
yeah, he looks at it. He looks at it on like the minute, the 5 minute, and I think the hour is how he had me set up my three charts. And I've just been looking at that, trying to, just, figure it out.
Okay, so that would make a difference. Okay, so if he's trading on a smaller time frame, that would definitely make a difference. Okay, even with the smaller time frame, okay, follow your 4 market phases. Okay, so if he's got you testing like, let's say a 5-minute time frame, okay, like here, still follow your 4 market phases. All right, and that will give you really, take a look at your chart, right, for whether it's a 3-minute, 5-minute, all right, because it's a smaller time frame that he's working on. Just make sure, right, that you still follow the 4 market phases. All right, and that will, so that will make a difference. So if he's trading, if you're following a smaller time frame, that will make a difference. Okay, does that help?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for indulging me, David.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome. All right. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? Any other questions? We've got a few. I would say another 5 more minutes. Another 5 more minutes. Here is Bitcoin. Now it's at 20. I'm really anxious to see. I'm really watching. I'm really watching for Bitcoin to break this and this is, guys, this is a good way. You guys can put this in your system, you know, and this is a good way to see how price reacts. This is how you learn, right? So again, that redistribution is at 19,500. If it breaks that, which it wants to test that, you know, it wants to move lower. We want to see sellers really come in and push the price lower. All right. But it could consolidate a bit. But this is how you learn how price moves, by watching the different levels, right? Watching the different levels, watching how price reacts to support. All right. Like Zaire with his dollar CAD, he's watching that support, All right. And sellers will come in, and they'll come in pretty heavy. All right. They'll come in pretty heavy and push the price lower, just like they did here. Look at this gap down here. Look here. When the price gaps down like this, that's a lot of selling, right? Gap down right here. Gap down right here. Okay. Gap down. Look at this. When that price broke with support, gap down right here. All right. That's a lot of selling. Look at this right here. Price gap down right here. All right. So that's what we want to see. We want to see price break support, gap down, and push that price lower. And we'll look at about 15,000 on Bitcoin. All right. 15,000 for the next stop. All right. And then possibly 10,000. All right. All right, guys. I would see you guys tomorrow. Well, no, tomorrow is our beginners class. So those of you that are beginners, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, the rest of you will see you guys on Wednesday. All right. Any other questions? Zaya, you had a question?
Yeah, I noticed yesterday you were able to pull up the S&P. Are you able to pull the Nasdaq also?
The Nasdaq, yeah. Let's take a look.
What's the? I just want to see how you put it.
Oh, okay. The Nasdaq, let's see here. The Nasdaq is right here. So the Nasdaq is right here. Now with the Nasdaq, we've got some selling that came in today. All right, so we had a white candle here, and then we had a red candle here. Okay, so that's not good for the Nasdaq, right? So we could get some follow through tomorrow and continue down. We're still in the markdown phase, you know, guys. All right, we're still in the markdown phase. We are starting to see, I mean, does this help, Zaire? Is this what you wanted to see?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what thank you so much, David.
You're welcome. That's on the daily time frame. The market is with the indexes. I mean, they're really trying to hold. Let's see here. They're really this is so interesting, right? They really want to buy healthcare. I mean, they really want to buy healthcare. And then the second group is technology, but they're holding right here. So any kind of really good move in the indexes will send these healthcare stocks just flying. All right. And we'll let you guys know, but boy, but they're still holding. They're still holding. You guys can see this right here. They're still holding. These are great opportunities and we'll be all over these, right? But these healthcare stocks have just fallen really nice. and they're just holding at the bottom, holding at the bottom. All right, a lot of healthcare stocks. Look at this, a lot of healthcare. Look from all the way here, all the way here, all the way down, all the way down. Look at this. All of these are healthcare stocks. All of these are healthcare stocks, guys. That's basically all of HeatSeeker. Same thing with Bullmaster. So healthcare right up here. Let's stay right here. Look at this. All of these stocks. All of these are healthcare, biotech, mostly biotech, some medical equipment, but a lot of biotech, a lot of healthcare stocks. So that is definitely, unless things change in HeatSeeker, by the time we get buy signals in this market, and we'll get buy signals, right? At some point we will, but this is the rotation. So when the market starts to move higher, we're gonna call it for healthcare, and you guys want to be all over these healthcare stocks. You want to be all over them. All right. So, but Zaire, no, not yet. Not yet. Market is still. I mean, VIX is coming down. It's struggling. I mean, it's struggling. Trying to, last week was a good week. Last week was a good week for the market, but clearly in the markdown phase, we could get more selling and move lower. All right. The only interesting thing is that the VIX has come down a bit. All right. It's at 26. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not weekend. What am I saying? Have a great week. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.